Hi everyone, Louis Rifai here, and today we'll be talking about the song Forced Perception, another song from my new album Timeless Truths. And really, when I wrote the song, I was trying to write about the feeling of, or the concept of menticide and the ideology of brainwashing, and just wanted, to imagine how horrible it would be for somebody to be born in a way that he's been, brainwashed all their lives, and maybe at some point, they will realize it, and it will be more of a reverse menticide, if that's to say, and then, that feeling of eruption and realizing that, you've been manipulated all your life, and so really, such a horrible concept, but. Anywho, I just wanted to talk a little bit about guitar rhythms again and riffs, and how, one riff you can come up with that you sometimes feel it has the potential to be a song. You can do so many things with it, and you can really steer it in different ways and make it take different directions in the songs with just doing very minimal things. So to elaborate a little more, one particular riff I play is this one. So first of all, notice how I'm holding the guitar in this way. It gives me more access to the neck. My fingers will be more perpendicular to the neck. And with the right hand, whenever you have a lot of palm muting that you really want to make every note sound perfect, try to pick with your elbow, and that's what a lot of guitarists do instead of picking from the wrists. I personally pick from the wrist, almost maybe 80% of the time. When you pick from the elbow, it's more aggressive, it's more periodic rather than just doing it all the time. And the reason is it'll give you more speed at certain points and more pick scrape when you're attacking the string. And that's why in this riff, what I'm doing is I'm not really hammer on and pulling off. So I'm not doing this. No, I'm actually picking every note and palm muting every note. And that could be sometimes easier in bursts if you're using your elbow instead. Anyway, now that riff, I played in a different way during the song, and that's during one of the guitar solos. Although it sounds very similar, I do it like this. Very subtle, but people who are listening carefully will notice the difference. They're the same notes, but it just adds another feel to the song. It adds more structure to the song that you're playing. So and then you go into so you see how the palm mutes when you're picking from your elbow sounds really more aggressive, abrupt, and has high output, if that's to say, versus other techniques that you can use. Another riff is actually the opening riff from the song, and it goes something like this. So I play it in different ways and different variations throughout the song, and one variation is around the middle section of the song where I play it in halftime feel with the drums doing halftime feel, and it's like this. So again, you have the same notes of a riff, But then now you can start, playing with other instruments around it. You can play with the bass guitar, the keyboards, and the drums. And for instance, I use the halftime fill in that section, and it sounds completely different. And you can, it will provide you with a good, fertile ground for the solo or lead layer that comes on top of it. And another variation that I go into right after this is a third variation of this riff, which is like this. So slowly. Again. I played the artificial harmonic one time from the 7th, another time from the 5th. And so you notice how I'm playing really the same notes. If you break it down to the melodic phrase of it, it's exactly the same. But really, when you do those variations in different parts of the songs, and on top of that, you change the instruments around it, it'll give it an entirely different feel and structure. And that point, that allows you to solo, to do many things at certain points.